In this video, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to create an Andy Roddick build that is both a rocket serve and massive forehand. I got really lucky when I was playing with this build online because I got to test it out against both a number 17 and number 40 ranked players in the world, and both of these matches were surprisingly close. I got a close win over number 40 but ended up getting broken and losing a tough one to number 17. This is actually the only player who I haven't managed to get at least a set off of with this build. To build Roddick, I went against the meta and actually upgraded my serve stat. I know that everyone is using 30 serve builds, but we're going to do something different because upgrading your serve can lead to virtually unbreakable service games if you play them right. And as always, it's fun to go against the meta and try something new. And as a bonus, these two forehand and serve animations look like they were actually created for Roddick, and they were probably taken from TopSpin 4, so you can use him in exhibition and pretend he's actually in the game. Enough talking though, let's get into how to make this build. Roddick is known for his massive forehand, so max out your base forehand to 70, which becomes 90 after coach and fittings boosts. The forehand complements Roddick's serve well because it helps put away the weak returns we can create. Roddick wasn't really known for his backhand, so we're only going to upgrade that to 56, but this becomes 75 after boosts. I know this looks low, but with 96 power it's actually very usable. It's not as precise as our forehand, but I wouldn't consider it a huge weakness because it's powerful enough to keep the advantage during points and can still force the opponent to hit weak shots. Obviously, we're not going to touch our volley, and then max out your base serve to 70, which becomes 80 after boosts. Maybe an 80 rated serve doesn't really do Roddick justice, but take a second and look at these serves. 30 rated serves are more powerful than they should be, and so is this 80 rated serve, so I think it's more than enough. If you're really sweaty and you want to win all your service games, the meta is to slice your serves way out wide on the deuce side. We can do this with more precision and more power than most opponents since no one really upgrades their serve. And when the opponent starts reacting and cheating really far to the left, you can go down the line to keep them from cheating. This isn't my favorite playstyle, but it's a meta tactic for now, and it's up to you if you want to use it. But that being said, Roddick is obviously good at this. Then crank the power all the way up to 66 so that we get 96 power after boosts. Roddick wasn't the fastest, so we're not even going to touch his speed, which is going to become 46 after boosts. Roddick's speed is basically being sacrificed for his power here. Obviously this is going to make it tougher to get the balls when you're playing defensively, but it's not going to hinder us too much on our own serve because when we use our serve and our power to keep control of the point, the opponent doesn't really have the opportunity to run you around. Roddick's stand was decent, so make the base stat 45, which becomes 69 after boosts, and his reflexes were nothing special, so set that to 53, which becomes 64. You're going to want to use this coach, and once you max him out, you're going to unlock Fatality. With this skill, we're able to paint the lines on our opponent's weak returns, and this makes our service games even stronger. It also makes his relatively inaccurate 75 backhand much more effective at finishing off points. Maxing out the coach also gives a shot counter, which I found very useful for squeezing out points on the opponent's serve. This is especially important for tie breaks because with this build, when you come up against strong opponents, there's going to be a lot of tie breaks. When you're on the back foot and playing defensively and you manage to guess where the opponent hits their shot, shot counter lets you use their power against them to go on the offense yourself. For your fittings, go with strings fitting 20, grip fitting 20, and frame fitting 17. These are all set to fittings, which lets us unlock our choice of poison slices or return service counter. These badges are key for giving us a chance to win our return games. I went for poison slices because back in his time, Roddick had a nasty backhand slice that he used to pull his opponents way out of the court. The meta is to serve out wide, so I usually return with a deep cross-court slice to give the opponent as difficult of a shot to hit as possible. And when the opponent starts to expect these, I sneak in a flat return down the line to try to catch them off guard. You don't want to go down the line too often though, because without return service counter, you might open up the court for your opponent to hit an easy winner cross-court. That's it for this build. If you like this video, consider subscribing for more TopSpin content, and if you want to see me play live, follow me on Twitch. Let me know any more players you want me to make builds around in the comments. Expect an Nadal video soon, and I'll see you guys next video.